Welcome back, folks. Hope you're doing well. We are in chapter 14 of the Crypto Bootcamp, and here we're talking about tokenomics. This is part 2 of the tokenomics. If you haven't watched the previous video, I encourage you to go to the part 1 of the tokenomics and come back to this video again. This is demand side component of the tokenomics. In the last chapter, we talked about the supply side components. When it comes to the supply side components, those are quantifiable. You can just go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and you can figure what the market cap is, what the circulating supply is, etc. Right? Those are quantifiable numbers. But when it comes to demand, you need to understand what they are doing in order to make a proper informed decision before you make an investment in a crypto project, right? First thing that you need to look into is what is the problem the crypto project is aiming to solve. For example, if you consider VeChain is solving the supply chain, right? It is just making the supply chain easier. When it comes to Jasmine, it is just providing data to the Internet of Things, right? So it's just gonna make it more private, more secure, right? Each of the crypto projects that you're investing into or looking into will solve a specific problem. What you need to look into is what is it solving? How is blockchain making this project better? How are the Web2 projects? How is a Web3 project better than the Web2 competitor, right? You need to compare the utility first. You need to understand what it is aiming to solve. Is it like, what is its edge? You know what I'm saying? You need to understand what the token utility is first. If it is a unique utility, if it has a monopoly in that industry, that's when the demand is going to go up. For example, I invested in a project 6 months ago. It's called Demetria, and it gave me a 10x returns. I chose that project because it had monopoly in the industry. It was the first time blockchain was coming to agriculture industry, and that was the only project in the agriculture industry. And that's when I decided to jump into that project. The utility should be amazing. It should be unique. The project should have a monopoly in the utility area. And greater utility drives demand, apparently. That is one thing that is going to drive the demand. And what is the token for? Inside an ecosystem, you have different uses of a token. It could be used for transaction fees. It could be used for staking, yield farming, governance, voting, etc. There are different ways you can use a token for. You need to understand what a token is. It could be a governance token. It could be used for transaction. It could be used for paying fees, etc. So you need to understand why someone would need that token, why someone would need to be holding that token. If there is more incentive to hold that token, it is going to drive the demand, right? For example, let's say you would be awarded some NFT. If you hold that token, then probably people are going to hold the token. If you are given an APY of 500%, you're going to hold the token, right? So there are different ways they can drive the demand based on how the token is being used in the ecosystem. This is token utility. The next thing that you need to look into is increasing scarcity. So when the supply is increasing, the demand needs to go down for the price of the project to skyrocket, right? How are they going to decrease the supply? How are they going to increase the scarcity? Through burning mechanism. How are they going to remove the token from the token in circulation, right? You need to understand the burning mechanism. This is usually in their white paper, or you can just go to the community and check what their burning mechanism is. If they have a proper burning mechanism every few months scheduled already, it means that they are going to decrease decrease the supply, decrease the circulating supply, and that's going to increase demand, right? And the next thing is the ability to attract users, developers, capital, and driving the token demand. They need to expand the utility and add more functionalities to the project to attract users, developers, and capital to flow into the project. And the next thing is user rewards. How are they rewarding the users? If you're being given good staking yield, that's when people are going to use that token a lot more. And the next thing is use case expansion. You start a project with one use case and you're expanding into different areas. Let's say it is a perpetual DEX and it is expanding to DeFi, if they're able to successfully get branch out and get into other areas of the crypto world, and if they are successful, then they are able to develop and expand their use case successfully. When they're able to do it, it just increases your hope that your this project is going to be successful, right? Example is integrating the token into DeFi protocol, NFT marketplaces, gaming ecosystems, etc. And the next thing that you need to look into is allocation. If they have considerable chunk of money allocated for marketing and awareness, they're going to do well. For example, Floki. Floki does not have any use case or any utility. It's a meme coin, but they do very good marketing. Their allocation for marketing is really good. When it comes to marketing and awareness, you need to go to their Twitter, their Discord, and see how active the community is and how they're marketing themselves and their products, etc. Are they using influencers to market their products? And are they going for, if there's like conference, are they putting up their banners? Are they doing airdrops to increase the visibility of the project, etc.? And they should be listing on major exchanges too to increase their visibility, right? Basically, these are the factors that you need to be looking into when it comes to demand side component. On top of these, you need to be looking into the founders, the red flags, and previous exploits, etc., to be able to invest in a project. But for when it comes to tokenomics, these are what you need to understand to be able to invest in a project. When it comes to demand side components, to summarize, I'm just telling you that you need to look into token utility, the ability to attract capital, developers and users, and how they're expanding the use case and how they're marketing themselves. These are the components that you need to be looking into to invest in crypto. If you have any questions on tokenomics, please feel free to comment and I'd be happy to help you. And thank you so much for listening. And this is probably, I think 75% of the bootcamp is already over, and we have 25% left. This bootcamp is for beginners. The next bootcamp is going to be for intermediates, where you have tutorials on how to follow the smart money. That is going to be the second part of the bootcamp, that is following smart money. And thank you so much for listening, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.